So I'm just going to go over my new overview section of Upwork, which I've just rewritten, but because it might be a bit difficult on the eyes to look at it on Upwork, I have also written it in a Google Doc. Now, normally, if you're going to have a headline like this, where you use keywords like expert B2B copywriter or content writer or B2B marketing copywriter or whatever, a lot of people like to use that because then they'll be found more easily in searches. I don't like to do that because, as you can see, if I scroll down here in the results for other copywriters, they all kind of tend to blend in and look similar. So I prefer to sacrifice the SEO or search aspect of the headline in favor of something that I think is going to be more attention grabbing. But if you are going to go down this route of having a keyword centric headline, then I would recommend that you use these two first sentences that you can see is the only thing clients see when they search for people in your category. I would recommend that you use them to highlight the pain points or the challenges your clients are facing, and then maybe explaining how you can solve those pain points for them so they see that you get them, that you really understand what they're looking for and the challenges they're facing. So that aside, this is how I've chosen to write my own. It starts off with a question, not a claim. So it's the best copyright on Upwork. I'll leave that up to you. So the first line of the overview follows from the hook in the headline. But here's what a happy client said. And then I've inserted a testimonial, right? Because then you start off with social proof, which is always great. And if you have social proof from someone people actually care about, like a big name, even better. Now, the next line is, if your business is making at least 6 figures per year, and this line is meant to qualify the clients, right? It means that I only work with people who make at least 6 figures per year because they have money. Then let's be honest, you don't really want a copywriter. Now, this is meant to throw people off a bit because that's what they were looking for on Upwork, right? They were searching for a copywriter, and now I'm telling them you don't really want that. What does that mean? You're not sitting around in your office thinking, if only we had copy, things would be fine, because it's not what you really want. What you really want is, drumroll, customers. So there the penny drops. Now I'm showing that I actually know what the purpose of hiring a copywriter is. It's not just to have some fancy sounding words on their website or in their emails. It is actually to make money. Because I've noticed that a lot of copywriters I've hired on Upwork, $50,000 or more dollars I've spent hiring other copywriters to outsource work to. And the majority of them just focus on the writing part. They're not actually interested in the end goal for the client, which is to make sure that the copy they pay for actually pays for itself and they make more money than they spend. So I want anyone visiting my profile to realize I understand that this is what they're looking for, customers. But let's go a level deeper. What does that mean? Why do you want a successful business? That's a weird question to ask, right? And I'm saying it's not a trick question, it's actually sales psychology. Because why do people want businesses? Why do people want to make money? People don't want money. Money is just coins or a number on your bank account, right? People want what money can get them. So that could be, for example, fancy things or social status, or it could be personal freedom to do whatever they want, or it could be money so they can do good in the world and give to charity and help other people. Or maybe it's to prove your teachers wrong for saying you'd never amount to anything, right? So maybe it's an ego thing. Whatever the reason is, I'm not here to judge, but this is the kind of stuff that really matters if you're in sales or copywriting or marketing in general. And this is where I set myself apart from the competition by saying, you see, I'm not like most copywriters on Upwork who will happily write you some pretty words for a pretty penny and call it a day. This is what I just explained. That's what most writers do. That won't get you sales. So again, I'm reiterating what I said up here. You want customers. I'm reiterating that point by saying this will not get you sales. But here is what will get you sales. So now I'm going to show them that I understand what will actually get them the thing they really want, which is not copy, but customers. Understanding what keeps your customers tossing and turning at night. So that's their pain points, that's their challenges. Presenting your offer as a no-brainer solution to their most burning problems, right? Creating a sense of FOMO or urgency to make them smash the buy now button. So these are the 3 things that will get them sales, and any copywriter worth their salt or any salesperson worth their salt will know that this is the case. And here we go a level deeper again and say this requires more than pretty words on a page. So again, This I just outlined here, these 3 things, is not something that other copywriters can offer them. So what does it actually entail? Well, it requires empathy and persuasion. If you're having a sales call, you need to empathize with the client and you need to persuade them that you understand them and can solve their problem. That goes for sales calls, it goes for copywriting, sales pages, emails, you name it, right? It's all the same stuff. Now, the reason I'm mentioning these 2 things is also because now that I've disqualified other copywriters, I have another competitor I need to disqualify, which is ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is not a human being, and human beings have empathy and can persuade others. ChatGPT cannot do any of those 2 things. So you can't get empathy and persuasion out of ChatGPT, even with the most carefully crafted prompt, no matter what the AI gurus will tell you. So I'm also disqualifying them. Now, let's get down to business. And here we reiterate the point I had at the beginning. If your business is making at least 6 figures a year, right? That's the qualification. So now I'm saying if you know a few extra sales will mean thousands of dollars in your bank account, so I'm making them think about the money they could potentially get from those sales, then you know it's worth to invest in good copywriting. So now I'm also making them think that, okay, well, if I want to get these thousands of dollars, then I know it's worth it to pay $1,000 to get thousands more, right? So maybe you need some social media copy, email campaigns, autoresponders, landing pages, so on and so forth. This is just a list of keywords, right? I still want to be found in searches, so I have to include the things that people will search for example, sales pages, newsletters, right? So why am I the right person for the job? Well, apart from the glowing testimonials you can see if you scroll down, and of course they can, if they scroll down my profile, they'll be able to see that there are some good testimonials here that says Frederick is the best, excellent communication, Frederick did an excellent job. They can see that I actually can back up this claim. But apart from that, I've written all these types of copy for my own business too. All these things I've written for myself. And then yes, I know a copywriter who actually has his own business, his own mailing list and own products. But that's not all. I have even more claims to fame to show you. So among the top 3% of freelance writers on Upwork, and I think you get that if you have the top rated plus badge, you're in the top 3%. I think I read somewhere. Generated X amount of revenue for clients, worked for big names like NordVPN and PandaDoc, so these should be household names. Most people know what NordVPN is, right? Published in media like The Independent, that's also a global media outlet, so people should recognize that. So that's more social proof, right? And then we're going to do some objection handling. So of course you could hire a copywriter for $20 an hour and hope they don't deliver a mess you'll have to hire another copywriter to fix. So that's again telling them that if you buy cheap, then you buy twice, and it's going to cost you much more than the $20 an hour, and it's going to take up a lot of your time and give you a headache. You don't want that. Or you could use ChatGPT and then spend countless hours tweaking and editing the output to make it sound remotely human. Again, reiterating that ChatGPT will not get you where you need to go. You will end up spending a lot of time wasted because the output will still not be what you're looking for. Neither option would be worth your precious time and money. And no, I'm not cheap, reiterating that I'm only working with wealthier clients, but I'm also not unreasonable because I am not. I mean, there are copywriters charging twice as much as I do, right? So if you're sold, here's how my process goes. So now we're getting to the call to action part. 1, we'll have a friendly chat in the DMs about your project. 2, I'll ask you to fill out a short questionnaire, easier than a call. And this is my personal preference. I've had too many calls that went on for 30 and 40 minutes. I don't want to do that unless they pay me for a consultation. So I've just started using questionnaires because it's easier. They can fill it out at their own convenience and I get more detailed answers, and I don't need to memorize anything they said on the call or use an AI note taker or anything like that. A simple questionnaire will do the trick. And then you'll get a plan of action and a fair quote for the work involved, right? That's how it should go. So that could be the end of it, but I still have a few more points to make. I regularly turn down offers, right? So this is again positioning me as someone who's not desperate, not needy, and then saying it's not because I'm stuck up, but because I've had too many experiences with clients who ask me to rush a job because they haven't planned ahead. I hate that. Or ask me for a quick 30-minute call, right? Which is just a free consultation. They should pay for that. Or don't have a genuinely good offer or a plan for implementing the copy. And I can't begin to talk about how many people on Upwork have some crazy business idea. And then when you talk to them about it, it turns out that it's half-baked and they haven't even done remotely cursory research. then it's just a waste of everyone's time, right? So I want the reader to read this and then understand that I will not accept this, first of all, but also to sell themselves on the idea that they're not this kind of business owner, right? They are planning ahead, so they don't have to rush it. They have money, so they don't need to ask for a free consultation. And they have done their research, so they have a really good offer, and they know what to do with the copy that I send them. So I end off with saying I want you to make more sales. I want me to get a great review. And most importantly, again, to show that I care about their customers, I want you customers to have big smiles on their faces. This is what businesses care about. They care about serving the customer, right? So should you. So if you're ready to rock and roll, and this is going to be my last call to action, as you can see, hit that big message button in the upper corner and then tell me about yourself, your offer, and your audience. And we just might work some magic together, right? Again, leaving it at might because it's not a guarantee that I'll take them on as a client. Speak soon. So this is it. I hope you found it useful. Just to reiterate all the stuff that I've gone through here. You need a hook at the beginning. It could be your headline or it could be the first 2 lines in your copy. You need to qualify which businesses you work with. This could be by revenue or by industry as well. You need to show them that you understand what they want, what they really want, not what they say they want. You need to show them that you understand the underlying reasons for what they want. You need to show them that you know how to get them what they want. And you need to disqualify your competition, whether that's other people in your category or robots like ChatGPT. You need to show them why you're worth the extra money, right? Then you need to include some keywords that could be deliverables of what you can give them. Then you need to provide more social proof. So that could be the glowing testimonials or the facts, the results you've gotten for other clients or big names you've worked with. And then you need to handle some objections, right? So paint a picture in their mind of what could go wrong if they don't hire you. And then you need to explain them your process for working together so they can start imagining what it's like to work with you. And then if you want, which could be seen as a bit passive aggressive, you need to tell them what you will and will not accept in terms of clients. And then, of course, the final call to action. Not everyone has been using Upwork as much as we have, so they might not know what the next step should be. So just tell them that there's a message button in the upper right corner, and then that's it. Hopefully you found this useful. I'd love to see if any of you implement this, and then please send me some links in the comments to your profiles, and I'll have a look.